Hey y'all, my name is Jasmine Jones and I am a licensed clinical social worker, and you are now watching Black Girl, a therapist in the wild. And this is a little show I like to call Therapist Sips and Reviews. And today we are reviewing Abbott Elementary Season 2, Episode 16, Teachers Conference, and we are sipping on some vodka and orange juice. Yes, squad. How y'all doing? So, it finally happened. It happened, y'all. It happened. It happened. It happened. What happened? It happened. They got a kiss. I don't care. If you watching this, you already seen the show. You know what's going on. You know what's happening here. You know. I mean, I was just happy that it happened. And it happened in a pretty little place with flowers. I was just being like, this would be the perfect place to fuck. Yes, it would. Within the field of flowers covering every surface. Looking like some very fantastical situation. It's perfect place to fuck. You know, I like to get right down to the shit, you know. The kiss was cute, though. It was cute. So let's start off. So we had the teachers conference. So Janine and Jacob are just uber excited about this teachers conference and, you know, nerding out about it. It's cool, whatever. And Gregory is deciding not to go to the teachers conference because he was going to take Amber, his mom and girlfriend, to the Poconos, wherever that is. I don't live on the East Coast. Don't come for me. But I'm assuming it's somewhere with mountains like Big Bear is in Southern California, because Southern California is more than just Los Angeles. It's so much more. But it's like what Big Bear is to Southern California, I'm assuming. So he has all of this shit planned out. They're going to ski, and it's going to be every day. There's going to be an activity that he has scheduled to the T. And I'm just like, see, for me, when I travel or vacation or whatever, I don't necessarily like schedule my day every single day. What I like to do is I'll watch a bunch of YouTube vloggers, specifically Black women YouTube vloggers that have gone to the country and made a video, or live in the country that I'm going to, and it makes videos about living there. And then I will just jot down a list of shit that I want to see based off of the shit that I'm watching. And then every day that I wake up, I decide, do I want to do this thing, or do I want to stay in the hotel and sleep all day? Now, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to do some shit for today. But there will be maybe 1 or 2 days out of my vacation time that I'm going to stay in the hotel and sleep all fucking day. And so, you know, I guess for me, I'm half and half. So, and I don't want my vacation structured to where everything is, you have to be here at this time, you have to do this at this time. Like, no, that makes me anxious. And so I was like, you know, they got monuments over here. They got a nice place to eat over there. They got a museum over here. They got a nature spot over here. I'm going to write that on the list and just go, because it stays open all day. You don't need to pay for a tourist guide $500 to few $1,000s to go to places that are open all day, and the most of the shit the tourist guide's gonna tell you, you can Google it. I mean, I'm not hating on tourist guides, because they be knowing secrets and stuff, and they be making their shit entertaining and shit. I'm just like, if I don't want to stay with the group and I want to leave or leave early, like, I don't feel like doing all that. I do that shit all day. Be stuck with the motherfucking group all day. Gotta go back on the bus at the end of the day. Be exhausted by the end. I'm not doing all that. Well, I want to leave when I want to leave. I want to go when I want to go. I mean, shut up. So I could see where she was coming from. They just not compatible. And Gregory know they not compatible. But you try to make this bitch do things. And he just could not understand. I think he autistic. It's fine. But you can't be with people that can't understand that shit or ain't like you. She did not understand what she meant by rest. Like, the bitch want to go and lay down by the pool. She want to go get massages. She want to do cute, luxurious things that she sees on the shade room and stuff for a lesser cost, though, of course. You know, she wants to touch some luxury and some relaxation. That's what she wants to do. And this nigga want to go skiing. He want to go see monuments. He got a whole plan hiking through it's cold, nigga. Ain't nobody She ain't trying to ski, nigga. She came in the room saying she was tired. Why you don't care what she want? You ain't stupid. Why you don't care what this bitch want? Okay. I mean, no, because it's irritating the dog shit out. This is why you need to understand when you're not compatible with. If you don't want to do the shit she wants to do, because the nigga's not dumb. He not clueless. You know, just because you on the spectrum don't mean you stupid. Like, yeah, he may be caught up in his old shit, but like, if someone is clearly saying to you, I want to relax, I don't want to do all of this shit, why do you go, oh, well, we can schedule some do nothing time right after the ski trip? Nigga, she just said she don't want to do none of that shit on your itinerary, motherfucker. I'm tired. You just bulldozed right over that and said, well, I don't care what the fuck you... See, that's why. And then he got the audacity when he was getting drunk with Janine at the teachers conference and be like, why did they always break up with me? What did they say was the reason they broke up with you? Why were they what did they say? The first one said you didn't make enough money. The second one probably said the same thing the first one said, but added some other shit about compatibility to it. Why aren't you listening to what they're saying? I'm tired. Why do I always get broken up with? It must be me because, and then Janine be like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Like, he was upset because he couldn't people please and please Janine and Jacob and his girlfriend at the same. You need to go to therapy. You have issues with your relationships. You shouldn't have felt some type of way about that. You should have just been like, no, I'm going to do some shit with my girlfriend. We had this plan months ago, and no, this is the only weekend she can get a babysitter. Like, what's the problem? It's just a conference. I can go to that shit next year. It's fine. No, instead it was just this, I just can't please anybody. And nigga, everybody ain't your dad, nigga. Like, if you put a set a boundary, they ain't gonna make you feel like shit about it. Like, I'm tired. I just don't like when people don't listen to each other. Especially when motherfuckers are clearly saying, I don't like this. This bothers me. This makes me feel upset. I just don't like it. And so, like, yeah, you fucking up. Like, you not paying attention to what these women want. You keep wanting to do what you want to do. And when they tell you they don't like that shit, you just bulldoze through instead of even compromising. Like you didn't have to cancel all the things. Maybe you just went on some of the things by yourself. And maybe you cancel some of the things so you can spend time with your girl and relax a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, why was that so difficult? Like, because he's set on what he wants. And some of that has to do with him being on the spectrum. But at the end of the day, people on the spectrum that tend to be around people that don't like to do that shit, what they want to do, and they just hyper focus on doing what they want to do, they will just, like, not do that shit with them people. It's like, oh, I'm super into, like, outer space, and I want to go tour the NASA place, and I want to do, but this particular friend doesn't like all that shit, so I'm going to do that with that friend, because that friend is into space and things, and likes shit like that. So, you know what I mean? Like, they're able to separate out, like, them people ain't fucking stupid, so that's why I'm looking at him like Gregory. Are you doing this on purpose? Did you self-sabotage your relationship doing shit purposely to end it? That's what you're doing. And then got the audacity to be like, I don't know why they just break up with me. Like, nigga, you purposely did not listen to what this woman want for Valentine's Day. You purposely, when she didn't even cancel the trip yet when she said she didn't want to do that shit. She expected you to compromise or figure some shit out that she would want to do. And you still sat up there and said, oh, we can just introduce the do nothing time after the 8-hour ski day, like, or some stupid shit. He's doing this on purpose. He's not stupid, okay? The bitch clearly said, I don't want to do all of that. And instead of canceling anything, he goes, we'll just push it to the side and rest for a couple hours after this long, arduous, whatever the fuck he wants to do in the snow. I'm not doing that. She said, I'm not doing that. And then she said, I need to talk. I think we need to. And she broke up with his ass. Like, she said, well, fuck the trip. I'm tired. I've been trying to tell. And she said it too. She's like, we've been talking about this thing about compatibility. She said they've been talking about it, and he's still sitting up there like he fucking stupid, and he's not stupid. He's self-sabotaging. That's what that is. Mm-hmm. That's when, like, you purposely orchestrate shit so that it messes up. You just purposely, like, pull a cog out the wheel. And then as you drive and the wheel just fall apart, you just like, oh, no, what happened? You purposely just gonna procrastinate knowing you got some shit due, and you know it's due, and you gonna wait till the last minute and then look up stupid when you can't finish it and turn it in on time and get your work done. Because you did it on purpose. It's on purpose, but sometimes it's subconscious. It's, we're so used to failure that when we don't see failure happening, subconsciously, we'll just do things to create failure. Like not listening when motherfuckers are telling you what they want in your face right now. So she break up with him. And then we all see them at the conference situation. So Melissa and Brenda are me on vacation. Like we not about to be all up in this conference shit. They went and sat at the pool in some bikinis and was just laying there having drinks all day. Magical. Like, nigga, I'm not trying to be up at your conference doing nothing, learning nothing about nothing. We still ain't gonna get no money. Like, I'm about to eat and sleep and snack. Favorite things. Add some anime to that motherfucker and we got a day, nigga. So they just chilling. Ava over here, she's actually a speaker on one of the panels. Like Janine walking around and see her, she like, oh, she talking shit about Janine, of course. But I'm just like, Ava, you low key a professional bitch, and you sitting up here like the first season, I guess, because it was new. But I'm guessing she's getting used to things, and her hustle mentality is mixing in with being a principal, and so the hustle mentality is a business mentality. So basically, she always been a professional bitch, but never been put in a position where people will look at her as if she's a professional bitch. So now she using her talents for good, and it's a magical, amazing thing. And there's Jacob. He's over here meeting these new white teachers from this fancy white school and all this other stuff. It ain't a white school, but they only picked the cream of the crop in the ghetto to come to their schools. He's just getting along with them. I'm like, look at Jacob done found his little white twin. But unbeknownst to Jacob is that these people that actually are racist. Classist, whatever you want to call it. They're some kind of ist, and Jacob is just like playing Cards Against Humanity with them, and some game called Wolf something. I don't know what that is. I guess you got to find who's the wolf in the group, the murderer, and I don't know. And he in there playing, and they want him to come to their school, and he like, I don't want to come there, let's go. And they're like, no, but you can need to come to my school. And he's like, no, I don't want to come. And they're like, but we have the best kids from the best parts of the neighborhood who can make it out. And he just looking at them like, make it out of what? Because Jacob's not a racist. He just be doing microaggressions. I guess you can say that he one of them unbeknownst. And sometimes he got to be told that's not okay to do. I guess. And then once you tell him, he gets it and he learns and stuff over time. So I guess you can say there are white folks that are unbeknownst racist. And once you tell them that what they're saying or doing is racist, they will figure it the fuck out and straighten it up and put it back together. And so I guess that's what he is. And so he's just looking at these other white teachers and this mute ass black man that's sitting over in the corner. I'm just like, why aren't you saying anything? Why are you just like a fucking robot? Like that's what happens when you're in an all white space and you're the only black person or person of color. And it's like they saying like she's saying what she's saying, and he's used to that. So he's just sitting there like, if I am as still as possible and don't say anything at all, then maybe they will ignore me and I can make it out of here alive. Shut up, bitch. Shut up. Okay. So anyways, Jacob's learning that all white teachers are not the same. Melissa and Brenda finally make it to the little party that they have at the conference for the teachers. Melissa has this, situation with her sister because her sister works at that charter school with Aaron Burser, and I don't care. That's how it's gonna be who he is. To me, that's who he is. Aaron Burser. Oh my gosh. Okay. And so she's there. And at first they just not talking to each other. They still mad over the pasta situation that happened. And they've been fighting since they was kids. So they're going to be off and on forever. Mm-hmm. But Melissa finally go up to her sister to talk to her. And her sister talking shit. Then this bitch bump into her. And then they both talking shit to this bitch. And I was just like, yes, I like this dynamic. Let's hurt this bitch feelings. See, I've been working on not being mean though. Let me shut up. It was not nice, but it was not nice to make that woman feel less than herself and whatever just because she talked a tad bit of shit when she bumped into this bitch. It was not nice, but it was a magical thing to behold. Just back and forth. They was popping and locking it. Let me shut up. So they became friendly again and they figured it out. And then the next day, Brenda and Barbara, hungoverly got back in the car and went back to their school. Barbara forgot her shoes and stuff. And she made a connection with the lady that sells the school supplies and stuff. So maybe they might get some discounted school supplies or some free shit for the school. Look at that. Happy endings for them. And Melissa's sister, when they get back to the school, Melissa's sister trying to be incognito, fucking Janine coming up saying her full Christian name. Who does that? You see this bitch is in a trench coat, a hat, and glasses. You saying her full Christian name multiple. See, this is why sometimes she get on my motherfucking. I'm like, Janine, shut the fuck up. So the bitch came to the school to tell her sister that Aaron Burser was trying to make their school into a charter school, and she heard about it at the conference from the conference people and shit like that. So we'll see what happens next. He's like supposed to be the super villain or whatever the fuck, because this is Disney and shit. Mm-hmm. So let's get to the meat, potatoes, and roses. Yes. And so Janine has been chauffeuring Gregory around this conference for most of the day because he's sad because his girl broke up with him. And why did they break up with me? Because you're a people pleaser. They ain't even toxic. He's a people pleaser, and he gets with women that are above him, either in some area of their lives. And these women, they shouldn't have got with him, but like I said in a few videos before, some teachers make six figures in some states, depending on how high you are up in the ranking or how long you've been a teacher or whatever the situation. All I know is I saw this TikTok video and it was going from state to state asking teachers how much they made, and some made like 30,000 and some made 100-something thousand. I'm just thinking that logically my assumption is some teachers make six figures in some states depending on the school and whatever the fuck you're doing. So it's not far-fetched to assume that since he has a career that he went to school for and he seems to enjoy, that he would make a decent amount of money. So of course you're going to get with somebody and you think they make a decent amount of money, and then you start to slowly see over time that they don't, and then you break up with them. He met her before summer started. They broke up during summer. Okay, and he came back to school single. And so, she basically, Barbara's daughter figured out real quick, nah, this nigga broke. We not doing that. And that's okay. That's fine. Like that was quick. She didn't drag it out. She didn't give him chances. She said, I don't like that. I don't want that. Bye. And then this woman here, I think she tried to overlook the lack of money situation. And she tried to, because he's a nice person, and be like, well, he's a nice person. Sometimes we do that to ourselves. We just nice person him until we get fed up, and then we look like the bitch when we leave and shit. But it's like, don't nice person somebody. Some people can be very nice people, but they still got parts of their life they need to work on that don't fit in with your life. And if you don't like that, then you don't need to be with that. You can be friends with that. You can just not talk to that, and they can go find somebody, or maybe just prioritize those parts in their lives that have those deficits, and then, you know, find somebody that they can be with and stuff that don't mind the deficits, or maybe they've fixed the deficits enough to be with somebody at this point. So I'm not necessarily mad at these women. Barbara Schreider didn't drag it out. She saw that this man had no money immediately after dating him for a few months and said, I'm good. This woman tried to overlook the money situation, but then he kept overriding what she wanted. like what she wanted, he just could not comprehend what she wanted. And even when she clearly stated what she wanted, that's when the overriding started to happen. Like at first it was just like, oh no, I'm going to get her shit that I want, but make it seem like she wants it, because only thing I can think of in my head when I think of giving gifts is things that I want. So I'm going to give her that. Okay, well, she didn't like that, and she told you didn't like that, so you tried to make it up with her, and then you tried to make it up with her with some other shit she didn't want. And then when she clearly said she don't want to do this shit, you could have canceled all that shit. You could have compromised. You could have, no, instead you said, I'm going to put what you want on this schedule here in this little small space, while the rest of the schedule involves what I want to do. Nigga, she can only do so much with that, sir. She's only going to do so much with a nigga that clearly does not care about what she wants. Like, it's one thing that you ain't got no money, but now it's like you standing up here not even giving a fuck about what she want. And I wonder if that shit'll come up with Janine when he gets what he's going to get with Janine. So when he gets with Janine, like, you know, but they both are so similar. Like, they were so just cutesy and running around the whole place looking cute, doing cute things. They got drunk and started taking cute pictures with the little, you know, the little props and shit. Like, he put that mustache on his mouth. I cringed a little bit though, because I was like, how many other niggas put that mustache above their mouth? And, you know, and then you kissing motherfuckers with that dirty mustache mouth. We are still in a whole pandemic. I'm just, what? I wouldn't put that shit on my face. And it was cutesy, and they went into the little flower. It was so pretty. Remember that scene from Euphoria where that little white girl was sitting there crying over nothing? It wasn't nothing, because I was really passionate about it. Then she did some racist shit in real life, and now I'm just like, it was sad for her character to be a child growing up in an abusive household and nobody caring about her, and then getting into an abusive relationship. It was sad, okay? But the bitch did some racist shit in real life. Her whole family is like Ku Klux Klan members and Blue Lives Matters and shit. I don't have time for that. So it was passionate in the moment. There you go. But anyways, it reminds me of that scene where she was sitting there crying for nothing, and with all the flowers and all the other stuff and everything like that. And it was just so pretty and beautiful. And immediately I was just like, this would be the perfect place to fuck, just on the grass. I was just like, are we gonna fuck now? When are they gonna fuck? I like to get right to it. Like, fuck the kissing and all that, that's nice, but it's been a long time. So when it happens, yes, we're gonna get right to that, okay? So, you know, that's what was on my mind. But they was in there being cute. She was like, oh, the flowers and everything is beautiful, and this is my dream. And he's having like an existential moment, like, my two favorite things are together, and blah 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 blah. I wonder why he don't just be a professor at like horticulture school or some shit, if that's what he really likes. Like, I'm curious, but maybe he likes the children too, like working with them and helping mold their little minds and whatnot. So they up in there looking at the flowers, looking at each other, giving each other the sexy eyes and shit like that. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. And then she goes and picks a flower off the desk and smells it. And like, it smells like perfume. And then she's like, oh, I heard something. And she broke some shit on the desk. She's like, oh, I heard something. And then they get up and they're hiding and laughing. And then all of a sudden they kiss, and then he pulls away, and then she pulls him back, and it was magical. I was just like, yes. And I was kissing some more, and then it was done. I was just like, oh, they done. And then he fucked it up, because if you look back at it, you look at her face, she was still feeling it. It wasn't until he made a face like, oh, that she made a face. Cause she was feeling that shit. She was following his lead and his ass made a fucking nigga. You the single motherfucker in here, but I guess she dating your friend or whatever, and you ain't trying to whatever, and nigga, you the single one though. Like you ain't got nobody and shit. We ain't seen Maurice in a minute. If she got a ring on her finger, they not together. That's not legally together. They ain't married. They not legally together. Whatever, nigga. So they try to play it off as like, oh no, that was just a mistake. This place was sexy and it was just a one off. It wasn't, it didn't mean anything. And and he's all like, are you sure it wasn't? Yeah. And she was like, yeah, it was just it didn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I was just like, y'all niggas, whatever. At least they got to kissing, So it's baby steps. And I'm just going to let them take their baby steps and tiptoe because they both got some mental health issues that they need to figure the fuck out. Because this nigga over here got me fucking messed up because you hate me up here being in a whole relationship and then purposely not listening to the bitch because you want to do what you want to do. He said, I'm going to schedule your rest time here. Like, I'm glad that child ain't in your class no more so you won't have to see her as often. Because, nigga... He deserved what the fuck he got. No, from Valentine's Day all the way to this episode, he deserved what the fuck he got. You can't be with nobody and not give a fuck what they want to do. And then look at them crazy when they say what they want to do. And then be like, oh, I can fit that in. Like they still want to do what you want to do. Nigga, people don't want to just do what you want to do. That's why I think he's autistic. He's autistic, but that ain't got nothing to do with, like it does partially. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, you got that need to do what you want to do, but you still hear what the bitch saying. So if you don't want to be with somebody who don't want to do what you want to do, then just don't be with the person that doesn't want to do what you want to do. Like, why are you trying to make her do what you want to do? And then be sad about it and act all shell-shocked like, why do people just break up with me? Why did they say they broke up with you, honey bunches? Oats. Why? Why did they say they broke up with you? Well, the one bitch said I didn't have money. Well, there you go. She only was dating you for a few months. So why would I stay with somebody if I want somebody that's financially on my level? If that's a standard that I need. No. Well, and the other one said we weren't compatible. And well, there you go. You weren't compatible. You weren't listening to her and her wants and needs. And she also said you didn't have money. Okay, well then there you go. You hearing the same shit from the same... Like, I don't understand. He deserves everything he gets. Fuck that. I mean, he's not a bad person. It's just that shit irritates the fucking shit out of me. And then you gonna act clueless like you don't know what the fuck they said. Like you didn't hear what they said when they broke up with you. Why do I always have to be the one that did? Did you try to compromise with her when she was trying to break up with you and try to understand her? No, I think the trip was the compromise from Valentine's, and then you ruined that too. Gregory, get your shit together. See, I was for Gregory in the beginning. I was like, oh, he doesn't have too many issues. He seems, and then we see him slowly deteriorate in these romantic relationships, and I'm just like, dude, do something. He just need to get his shit together. It's irritating. And Janine, like, they so similar. I would have to see them together in order to see if their incompatibilities or their issues would really be a problem. I think he wouldn't be able to handle her love. He would be trying to people please her, and she would be trying to people please him, and they would both just be loving each other, and it would just be too much. They would both be just overthinking shit. And I think Gregory would get irritated at Janine's overthinking shit because she messing shit up. And Janine probably not so much get irritated, but like if she has her own quirky shit, like sitting there eating ribs and getting all messy and shit, and he keeps saying shit about it, that'll probably piss her off. So yeah, they probably don't need to get together right now. That kiss was nice, and whatever, and it was flowers and all that other shit, but I feel like they still need to go to therapy before they get together. But, that's just me. But What do y'all think? Because I think they still need to go to therapy. I mean, the kiss was cute and all, but nah. You can't have that kiss right off of him just breaking up with his girlfriend because he wasn't listening to her. Is he gonna not listen to Janine? They're so similar, though. I don't think he would just not listen to her because they would just like the same shit. So I don't know. She know everything about him. She's like, I know you need to keep busy in order to get better. And I'm just like, okay, girl. I know you know. I know you know. So, let me know what y'all thought of this episode. I'd love to hear your comments. Like, share, subscribe, all the good things. And I hope you enjoyed this review. Later days.